You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome, everyone, you wonderfully curious humans, to The Vocal Technologist. Today, we're really diving into the current state of AI. It's got this kind of central paradox, right? It promises amazing efficiency, new possibilities, but, well, it often just makes our existing problems bigger if we're not careful. We'll pull out some surprising facts, some really actionable insights from the sources we've gathered for you. Think of it as your shortcut to, actually being well-informed.
Exactly. We're trying to get past the usual hype, understand what's really driving AI innovation. We'll connect the dots from, say, cutting-edge research to the real-world problems companies face putting this stuff into practice. The aim isn't just what AI can do, but how we can actually harness its power effectively.
Okay, let's jump right into that paradox then. Your sources bring up a really fascinating point. Are we, constantly over-engineering things with AI? They use this brilliant analogy. It's like sending a Ferrari to deliver a pizza, using these huge, powerful foundation models for really simple stuff, like just calling another tool, when something much smaller would work fine. What's the actual cost there? I mean, beyond just looking a bit silly.
Well, yeah, it's more than just a funny picture. There's some solid research on this. NVIDIA, they found that smaller language models, SAMs, they call them, are actually better for what's called AI agent tool orchestration. Tool orchestration is basically the AI figuring out which software tool to use for a job, not doing the job itself. And these SAMs, they're faster, they're more accurate, and this is key. They sort of force better system design. We're talking really good accuracy and speed, even on a standard Mac M2 Pro.
Sure.
So the insight is, sometimes less really is more.
Yeah.
Especially for efficiency.
That's quite a revelation. And it links directly to this other thing the sources mention, AI's just ship it problem. Stanford research, looking at, over 100,000 developers, found that AI gives a massive boost to simple tasks, like 60%. But complex work, only about 5% better. So it averages out to maybe a 20% gain overall, and here's the kicker, it also increases rework. So, okay, we're faster, but maybe not better. And sometimes making more mess to clean up later.
That is the real trap, isn't it? AI makes it super easy to ship faster, but it doesn't magically improve the quality of the ideas you're shipping or, whether anyone actually wants them. And think about this, 75% of product ideas fail anyway, so just shipping faster without that crucial validation step, that can just become a super highway to failure. The deeper point here is that, in a world sped up by AI, our human critical thinking or strategic planning, that becomes even more important, not less.
Right. Speed to failure. That's a sobering phrase. Which brings us nicely to the next big challenge the sources talk about. How do companies actually adopt AI successfully, given all these potential traps? Because, let's be real, most enterprise AI apps seem to die after the prototype stage. They get tangled up in compliance or security or just, weak infrastructure. So what's the secret sauce? How do the successful ones do it?
Yeah, and something people often miss is that successful AI adoption isn't just about the tech. It's fundamentally about organizational change. It's about how teams, how whole companies adapt and work together differently. One really effective tactic the sources point out is turning your biggest AI fans, your enthusiasts, into internal teachers. Think about it as someone who actually uses the tools every day. They can often teach and inspire their colleagues way better than some top-down corporate training, right? Another key thing is weaving AI right into daily workflows, making it feel natural, not like some separate clunky tool you have to remember to use. Companies like Shopify, Zapier, Duolingo, they're getting really good at this.
That makes a lot of sense. Turn enthusiasts into evangelists. Yeah, that could be a game changer. And speaking of game changers, this next bit from the sources genuinely surprised me. We often think of AI for technical stuff, right? But creativity. This ad expert, Dan Birdwhistle, managed huge ad spends. He found that AI-generated video ads actually beat human-made ads by 2 times on conversion. Twice. That's almost unbelievable for something like advertising.
It is a striking example, definitely, and it kind of circles back to our first point. This isn't really about AI replacing human creativity wholesale. It's more about showing how specific, targeted AI applications, when you integrate them strategically and actually measure the result, they can deliver really big, measurable wins, even in fields you wouldn't immediately think of for AI. The sources seem to suggest it's about AI augmenting us, not just automating things away.
Wow. Okay, so what a fascinating journey through this stuff. We've seen AI offers this incredible efficiency, opens new doors, but it really demands a more thoughtful, precise approach from us. Just slapping it onto old problems or having that just ship it mindset without proper validation, that can be really costly. But precise application, strategic integration that seems to yield real, sometimes surprising results.
Exactly. So for you listening right now, here's maybe a final thought to chew on. In this age of AI advancing so incredibly fast, perhaps the real technology we need to focus on developing is our own human capacity for critical thinking, for strategic planning, and maybe, as some sources suggest, even for optimism. How do we make sure AI serves our best goals, not just our fastest impulses? And maybe ask yourself, what role will you play in shaping this intelligent future?
Spoken Tech for your ears.